Allow the neck to easily move your ear toward one shoulder. Gentle stretch, don't overdo it. Take a few breaths here, letting the bottom tips of your shoulder blades move toward each other. And then bring your head upright. And we'll do the same thing over to the other side. Gentle stretch, no force, no strain. Gently bringing the bottom tips of the shoulder blades together. Keep breathing. And then bring it back up to center. And now gently lifting the chin, but keep the back neck long. Again, not overdoing it. And take a breath, and then bring your head back to center. Now raise your shoulders up toward your ears, shrugging your shoulders, and squeeze the shoulder blades slightly toward each other, and then let the shoulders slide back down. We'll repeat that again. Raise the shoulders up toward your ears, shrugging the shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, and then slide the shoulders back down. And one more. Shoulders coming up, back, and down. 6 directions of the spine. On the exhale, let your spine round toward the back of your chair. Pull the navel back toward your spine. Let your chin drop down. On the inhale, go in the opposite direction, taking a little bit of a back bend, mostly from your shoulder blades squeezing together. The head can go up as comfortable for you. We'll go back and forth in these 2 directions a few times. Exhaling, you round the spine. Inhaling, doing a little bit of a back bend. Back and forth. These are 2 of the directions. And then bring your spine back to neutral. The next 2 directions will be lateral movements. On the inhale, raise your arms up, and on the exhale, let your spine go laterally over to one side. Inhale right back up, and exhale over to the other side. So we'll just take these side to side movements. Inhale, the arms come back up to center. Exhale, you take it over to one side. One arm dropping down, it can land on the chair. The other arm can continue reaching high. And if uncomfortable on your arms or shoulders, feel free to keep your arms at your sides, on the chair, on your lap, as comfortable for you. Then bring it back to center. The last 2 movements will be a twist to each direction. Again, we'll use the arms. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, take a twist to one side. Let the arms lower down and land wherever they like. Use your chair if you like. Inhale right back up to center. And exhale over to the other side. Here we'll go back and forth, inhaling the arms up. Exhale in the twist. Keep the arms out of it if you need to, if your shoulder's bothering you, or for any other reason. Back and forth with your breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling into the twist. And last one, bring it back to center. Flank stretch. Next, we'll scooch forward at the edge of your chair and turn slightly, so one leg was going to come out to the side, knee bent. The other leg, you'll stretch it out away from that, leg straight. Inhale, raise both arms up. And exhale, come down, bring your elbow to the knee. And let the other arm stretch over, and you're working on a side stretch here, stretching from the baby finger of that top arm all the way down into the toes of that back foot. Take a breath here. And then come back up to center and shift your hips and change your legs to do the opposite direction. Swing that leg back as straight as it it's willing to go today. The other knee will stay bent, foot on the floor. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, leaning down, bring that elbow to your leg. Opposite arm stretches up and over the ear, palm down. And reach from the baby finger in one direction, stretching, and the back foot pressing down in the opposite direction. Take a breath here, and then come on back up to center. And we'll repeat. Same thing again, each side. Turn the hips slightly. One knee bent, one leg straight, swinging back. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, leaning over toward one side, stretching through that side waist area, breathing. Relax the face, neck, and throat, and then inhale, bring it back up, and then shifting over to the other side, bringing your legs around, shifting the hips. One knee bent, slide that other leg back behind you. Get that leg as straight as it's willing to go today, but at a comfortable place. And then inhale the arms up, and exhale, take it over. Rest your elbow down. Top arm reaching over, reach through the baby finger and into the back foot. Keep breathing. Soften in the pose, even as you're working to stretch deeper. And then inhale, bring it up, and exhale, relax your arms back to center. Warrior twist. Sitting forward on the edge of the chair, turning so one leg is draped over the edge of the chair, foot on the floor, knee bent, and stretch the other leg back. Let the legs and pelvis feel stable enough so that you can do some twisting here of the upper body. We'll start turning to face forward over the front bent knee. Exhale. Inhale, raise the arms in front. On the exhale, turn the torso and open the arms out, shoulder height, to Warrior Two. And then inhale, bring the arms back to face forward and sweep them up as comfortable for you. And then exhale, twist toward the back of your chair. Inhale back to Warrior One, arms going up, facing forward. And one more, Warrior Two, exhale. Inhale back to Warrior One. And exhale the arms down in front. And then we'll turn to do all of that over on the other side. Shift your hips, shift your legs. And situate yourself so that your torso is facing over your front bent knee. Taking the back leg back to a comfortable place where you know you can do some twisting with your upper body. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up in front for Warrior One. Exhale, turning out sideways, arms come down shoulder height for Warrior Two. Then inhale back to face forward, Warrior One. Exhale, turn toward the back of your chair into the twist. Inhale back up for Warrior One. Exhale the arms out to Warrior Two once again. Inhale back to Warrior One. And exhale the arms down. Butterfly pose. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop out wide. You may wish to sit higher on a folded blanket or two or more. There should be some sense of ease in the hips. Use your hands behind you to help lengthen the spine. We're trying to open the tight places in the hips, but without pain. You may wish to do this one leg at a time. Stretch one leg out straight, keep the other leg in. Turning the leg out like this is very good for our hip rotator muscles. Most of our day-to-day activity has the leg only moving in a forward bending and flexing movement. This rotation of the femur bone out in the socket is very good for our hip rotators, keeping our hips safe and can prevent injury as we age. If you're doing just one leg at a time, change legs. Using your hands behind you, you can lift up and lengthen the spine up off of the femur bone, lift the pelvis up off the femur bone, and let gravity keep the leg back down. This will help to open in the hip. Keep breathing. Another breath or so here. And then stretch both legs out straight and give them a little shake, rattle, and roll. Belly twist. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug. On the exhale, bring them in a little closer towards you. On the inhale, release them away a little bit. Exhaling them in, inhaling, letting the elbows go straighter. Exhale in, inhale the arms straighter. And now take your arms out to the sides. Keep your knees into the chest. You can open the legs up slightly. On the exhale, we'll take the knees toward one side, about halfway over. Inhale back to center. Exhale them over to the other side. And back to center on the inhale. And keep repeating, going side to side with your breath. Exhaling over, inhaling back. If you'd like to make this more challenging for your abdominals, let the legs go straighter. You could let the top leg only go straighter, or both. To back off, let the feet come toward your hips. One more time each side. And as you're ready, bring the knees back in. Give them a hug as on the exhale as you bring the knees in. Inhale, release the knees away. Exhale the knees in. Inhale, release. Squeeze, release. And then feet back to the floor and rest. Bridge pose. With the knees bent, feet a little bit apart and a comfortable distance from your hips, arms at your sides, palms down. Exhale. On the inhale, let the arms lift and the hips lift. Arms can travel all the way up and over, landing on the floor beyond your head. On the exhale, bring the arms and the hips back down. Inhale, hips and the arms rise. Exhale, back down. Keep going between those two movements. If the arms don't feel good taking that full range of motion in that direction, perhaps out to the sides on the inhale, back down on the exhale, or keeping them down at your sides. Inhale up, exhale down. One more. And then bring the knees into the chest for squeeze, release. Exhaling, hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, release the knees a little away from each other. Exhale in, inhale out. Exhale in, inhale out. Exhale in, and then bring the feet to the floor and rest. Squeeze, release pose. Draw the knees into the chest, hands gently cupping over the knees. On the exhale, the knees come in closer in toward the body, the elbows bend. Inhaling, release the knees away from the body, allowing the elbows to straighten. Exhale, the knees come in. Inhale, the knees go away. Exhale, squeeze the knees in. Inhaling, release the knees away. Keep your head relaxed on the floor. Exhale the knees in. Inhale the knees away. And then rest your feet on the floor. Belly twist. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug. On the exhale, bring them in a little closer towards you. On the inhale, release them away a little bit. Exhaling them in, inhaling, letting the elbows go straighter. Exhale in, inhale the arms straighter. And now take your arms out to the sides. Keep your knees into the chest. You can open the legs up slightly. On the exhale, we'll take the knees toward one side, about halfway over. Inhale back to center. Exhale them over to the other side. And back to center on the inhale. And keep repeating, going side to side with your breath. Exhaling over, inhaling back. If you'd like to make this more challenging for your abdominals, let the legs go straighter. You could let the top leg only go straighter, or both. To back off, let the feet come toward your hips. One more time each side. And as you're ready, bring the knees back in. Give them a hug as on the exhale as you bring the knees in. Inhale, release the knees away. Exhale the knees in. Inhale, release. Squeeze, release. And then feet back to the floor and rest. Hip series. Exhaling, bring the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze on the exhale. Inhale, release away a little bit. Squeeze, release. And now holding just behind the right leg, stretch your left leg back down on the floor. On the inhale, stretch the right leg up in the air, flexing the foot. Point and flex. And then take that leg out to the side, right leg going out to the right. Reach your left hand out to the left. Still point and flex. You can circle the ankle around in one direction and then around in the opposite direction. And then on the exhale, bend that knee, give it a hug. Inhale, stretch that leg back up in the air. On the exhale, cross that leg over the midline of the body and down toward the floor on the left. Reach the right arm out to the right. You can use your left arm to help prop up underneath that leg. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, give that knee a hug, rolling back onto your back. Inhale, stretch that leg up straight. Exhale, give it a hug once again. And inhale, go into a full body stretch. Both legs down on the floor in one direction, arms in the opposite direction. Then exhaling, bringing both knees into the chest once again. Give them a hug in on the exhale. Release the knees away on the inhale. Back and forth with the knees a couple times with your breath. On the exhale, give the knees a squeeze. Inhale, release. And now holding behind just the left leg, stretch the right leg out along the floor. Hold behind the back of the left leg and stretch the left leg up as straight as it's willing to go today. And point and flex. And circle the ankle around. And then taking the leg out to the left, use your left hand and arm to help prop up that leg. Reach your right arm out to the right. Circle the ankle around. Both directions. On the exhale, bend that knee, give it a hug. Inhale, stretch that leg up in the air. Exhale, crossing that leg over the midline of the body, left leg coming down toward the floor on the right. Reach the left arm out. You can use your right arm underneath that leg to help prop it up. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, give that leg a hug, rolling back onto your back. Inhale, take that leg up in the air. Exhale, bring it back in. And inhale, full body stretch. Legs in one direction, arms in the other. And then exhale, walk both legs in. Give them a squeeze, release once again. Squeezing on the exhale, releasing on the inhale. And then bring your feet back to the floor and rest. Knees, feet, and ankle series. On the exhale, bring one knee into the chest and make a slight fist in the back of the knee. This will help create space in the back of the knee. With your fist in the back of the knee, slowly close the leg over your fist and feel as though your fist is helping to push the shin bone slightly forward, creating space in the knee. And then point and flex. Circle the ankle around in both directions. And then bring both hands to the back of the leg and the back of the knee. And let your hands massage into the back of the knee. You'll feel those tendons of your hamstrings coming in. You can give them a little massage, pushing them in. Turn your hands so your thumbs can massage into the back of the knee. And point and flex and circle the ankle around in both directions. And then draw the knee in a little closer and cross your ankle over the opposite leg. And begin to draw both legs in toward you, reaching your hands through and around behind that back leg. Hold behind that back leg and stretch that leg up as straight as it's willing to go. Point and flex, circle the ankle around. Hug that leg in a little bit tighter, deepening the stretch in the hip. And then releasing both feet back to the floor. And we'll repeat all that on the other side. Bring your left leg in. And making a slight fist in the back of the knee. And point and flex. Circle the ankle around in both directions. And then changing your hands, so both hands give your back of your leg and into your knee a little massage. Squeezing on those hamstring tendons. Turning your hands so your thumbs dig in there. Pointing and flexing and circling. And then crossing your ankle over the opposite leg. Bring both legs in toward you, threading your hands through and around behind that back leg. Stretch that leg up as straight as it's willing to go today. Point and flex. Circle the ankles around. And then bringing both feet back to the floor. And rest. Now begin to bring the breath in from the chest down toward the belly, from the top down, which is the way the physiology of the respiratory system works. The breath comes down the trachea and enters the lungs at the top, and it fills toward the bottom. Let your inhales move in from the top and fill toward the bottom, expanding the chest and the belly. Save a little room and soften the center of that diaphragm so that you can get some movement in the belly at the end of the inhale. It takes a little coordination. With practice, it's quite possible. Each of these different breaths is important and has different benefits. It's important that we're able to do each of these different breaths. The breath that's the furthest away from feeling natural to you is actually probably a breath you need more practice with to bring more balance to your entire respiratory breathing apparatus. Stretching your diaphragm in different directions as we pull the breath in these different ways. This breath from top down, just as important as breathing from the bottom up, or only in the belly, or only in the chest. They each have their own set of benefits as well as contraindications. So it's important not to practice and play with only one of these breaths unless you're under the guidance of a teacher. Continue playing with different breaths, working your diaphragm in different ways, and working to bring balance to your body, to your breath.